Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for joining us here for this episode of the Jeff Crouere Show. We're going to be focusing on today what is going on with our justice system. There's been weaponization used against conservatives and especially Donald Trump. The day he came down the escalator is the day the abuse started of President Trump. He's had to endure spying on his campaign, spying on his presidency. He had to endure an FBI raid of Mar-a-Lago, unprecedented. He had to endure also not one but two special prosecutors, not one but two impeachments. And of course, we had the Russia hoax and the Ukraine hoax. And now they've got multiple investigations, all designed to keep him from running in 2024. Of course, we've got a special prosecutor now that is looking at what he did on January 6th. He told people to peacefully, patriotically make their voices heard. He didn't call for violence. They're looking into what was found at Mar-a-Lago. He was working with the archives. They had the materials behind a locked door. In contrast, Joe Biden had them strewn out in his garage next to his Corvette. And he had him in the Penn Biden Center, the same center that had a lot of Chinese donations flow in. So Donald Trump had secured them a lot better than Joe Biden. Biden had them all over the place. And of course, no raid from the FBI, no problems for Joe Biden. But Donald Trump now has a very aggressive prosecutor who's trying to go after anyone who had ties to President Trump. You've got an investigation going on in Georgia where they're trying to determine whether a phone call that he made to the Secretary of State was somehow election interference. Totally ridiculous. And of course, in New York, a multitude of investigations. The Attorney General there had a deposition with him for 7 hours. A woman has accused him of sexual assault in a dressing room of a department store. And then, of course, you've got what Alvin Bragg is doing. Kudos to House Republicans for having hearings in New York City to point out that the DA is focused on Donald Trump, but not focused on the rampant crime that is going on in New York. New York is a crime hellhole, and the DA there is a George Soros DA, handling these criminals with kid gloves. They're not having law and order there, and the people there are very upset. Obviously, they're concerned about their safety. So instead of focusing on crime, he promised his constituents that he'd go after Donald Trump, and he's fulfilling his campaign promise, because that's what he seems to be doing. The charges against Trump, again, unprecedented in American history. A president has never been charged in a criminal case. A president has never been charged on something so frivolous. This NDA, of course, if anything, is a misdemeanor, but it really is an abuse of power. And of course, President Trump having to submit to this is, again, all to prevent him from running in 2024. But guess what? It's emboldened his supporters. Donations have poured in. His poll numbers are up. And now what the Democrats have done is created an even more formidable opponent and an even more energized campaign and an even more committed candidate. So all their abuse has backfired. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get more information. Go to crouere.net. You can learn everything about the shows and all our upcoming activities. Thank you so much for watching The Jeff Crouere Show. This segment is brought to you by The Patriot Shopper. This is all about folks buying American, buying local, buying products that are made in the good old USA, taking funds away from those big box stores where those monies go out of the country and to some Wall Street elites. Let's help our patriot business owners right here in America with good American products. Let's buy American and buy local right here in this country. Information is at thepatriotshopper.com. You can email at info@thepatriotshopper.com or call 718-869-9020. The Patriot Shopper. Folks, change the way you buy today.